So what's up everyone, this is your friendly CreepyWayne88 here, back for you for another video, and this time I am going to present to you the TU46 update. So let's get started off, which you can already see the dragon head and the Electra. But let's go ahead and get into some simple basic things. First off, you can reset the end now. So that means you can just reset it. If you already had a world and you had an update, you can reset the end to where you can respawn the Ender Dragon and get into those new places that you can get the Dragon Head Electra with. Now there are new blocks, which is the I don't know how to pronounce that, the purpur block, the purpur pillar, the purpur slabs, and the purpur stairs, which you could craft these by using something called a coarse flour. Considering that to get the coarse flour you have the coarse plant can only go on to end stone and nothing else. Like, you cannot put it on grass or anything. It can only be grown on end stone. And you cannot bone meal it either. But if you break this, you get something. Well, you will normally get something called the coarse fruit, which if you eat it, it teleports you out of random nowheres. Now you got something called the coarse flour, and you create these purpur blocks with them. So basically, you need 4 of these to create the block. No? I thought that was... Hang on a second. Okay, it was the popped coarse fruit, which you get from the coarse plants, which are basically from these things. The coarse flowers give out the popped coarse fruit, and it takes 4 of them to create 4 of these purpur blocks. I'm just gonna call them purpur blocks. But yeah, you can do lots of stuff with these purpur blocks. You can craft them from pillars, make slabs out of them, and you can get those slabs, and I think it was this to make them into pillars. So yeah, that's fun. Just a neat little cool looking block. Another cool thing you get is this thing called an end rod, which it's a decorative light source. You can craft it just by using 2 simple things: the popped coarse fruit and blaze rod, and you get like 4 of them. It produces light. It's a nice little decorative thing. You can use it for however you want it to. You know, it's a neat little item. Another thing is the dragon head, which you can find in the end cities, which are in front of the boat. They just display like that. And I'm going to turn up my volume so you can hear what happens when you walk along. If you also notice, the mouth will move. If you look into the corner of the screen of your thing, the mouth will always move. Well, the mouth will move. And it makes a neat sound effect when it moves. So let's turn down the music. And let's listen to this. Why is it not making... It's not making a noise. I know it made noise. What happened to the noise? Well, it does make noise, but for some reason it ain't making noise now. I don't know what happened to it, but yeah, those things make noise when you walk along and move. Another thing to this is these cool little nifty things you find in End City as well, called the shulkers. Which, if you had that 1.11 update, these are what these things are to get the shulker box. But the 1.11 update has not really came out yet. You only get experience from it. But it will be out soon. I saw a trailer for the 1.11 update and it looked awesome. But yeah, these things are called shulkers. They don't really do any damage, but they will teleport at random. If you saw that one, how it teleported differently. Another thing is you have all these potion arrows. You can combine these potion arrows using something with along these kind of potions, which will be called the lingering potions. Sorry for that. You use these lingering potions to add to your arrows, which are kind of cool and neat. My favorite type of arrow is the instant damage arrow. And whatever arrow you have with you will shoot that arrow. As you can see, the potion effect. But if you have different arrows in your inventory and you want to use a specific arrow, you're going to have to bring one of those arrows down to this little bar here. It shoots that. The orange particle effect. Fire resistant. You shoot this. Red particle effect. Instant damage. So if you have different type of arrows, you put them down to that little bar of whatever arrow you want. But it does not work in any sort of way. It depends on which arrow you clicked on to be first. Like that. Depends on the arrow you clicked on what you want to be first. Now, to some of you who may have had the Elytra, you also noticed that the Elytra before only glided down. Well, this time the Elytra has been fixed for the PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. So if you move off here and you hold it... Let me get my flying off first. So if you move off here and you hold X, you're flying. You hold X, you can go up, and you can glide down. You can fly up, you can go down. And with the dragon head, it makes it look awesome. You look up just to glide perfectly. You can go down to glide, but you hold X and you can just move up. And just to show you it's not in creative, I'll go in survival. And here you have basically the same effect. So yeah, isn't that neat? The Elytra has been fixed for this version. You can now glide upwards. So it's basically like infinite flying. You'll also notice that most of the new things you have updated to their sound. Why don't you take a listen to this sound? Each new thing that you have makes a new sound, and it is just awesome. Same way how pressure plates work and buttons and whatnot with this. has a noise to the ladder as well. Here's another little sample sound of a wooden door. Also new, when you also have an update, you'll also notice that your nether portal looks different, which is another part of the update. When you make another portal, this is what it looks like now. Freaking awesome. Now you notice how that you have a reset end, and you can reset the end however you want as many times just for the dragon egg. Well, there's another specific way, but it does not allow it to respawn another egg, but you can respawn the ender dragon for as much experience as you want, and just have good fight. It's these things called the end crystals. And how you craft the end crystals, you need glass, gas tears, and eye of ender. And you need 4 of these. So you craft it like that, and you get these things called end crystals. Now to respawn the ender dragon, I believe it is like this. And they can only be placed on bedrock too. And what it'll do, it'll make this cool little effect, which then will regain all the towers things again with the crystals. See how it's doing it? It's got one more tower to do, and then it'll go back up here, and the ender dragon will respawn. And there it is. The ender dragon has respawned, and the thing is no longer there. So you can respawn the ender dragon as much as you like. And if you have mods, this will be a little bit overpowered, because most mods has to respawn the ender dragon. There are different parts for their mods. But if you have this will be so easy for you. You won't have to wait for a couple episodes to gain resources to kill the ender dragon. So add that to your bucket list. Put mods in with this thing, you can recreate the ender dragon and gain as many hearts as you like for the draconic evolution. Which, by the way, is the most overpowered and yet my favorite at the most. What am I doing? I gotta destroy these things first. You'll just regain health. That was a derp. I'll be right back. These are what the little things look like to get to the end cities. They normally are found by either corner of these towers, out of the outer edge corner, basically. You throw an ender pearl into it. And you get teleported there. You want a bottle of dragon's breath, you gotta go up to this dragon and scoop up a bottle of dragon's breath with an empty bottle. You got dragon's breath. Look at this. I'm near down to his health and he's already shining. There we go. That was like one hit marker left before he just... But yeah, see, he doesn't respawn his dragon egg after that. You can only do that by resetting the end. But then after you kill the ender dragon, you get these things which are teleports to you to the end city. You ender pearl in, and you have this. And this is to get back. Now you have this, which is where you'll get your dragon head, which will be right here. Right in front of there, you got some end rods that produce some low-level light. Oh yeah, also another thing. You now need to power these things. And it requires blaze powder to power these. And if you go down here, you got yourself an Electra sitting right there, and some loot that are in these chests. 2 diamonds and whatnot. And there'll also be a bunch of these little things. Shulkers. But this is just really massive and how they done this. This is like so cool. You can find most loot chests in here as well as anything. Got some cool banners sitting out there, and this thing goes as high as it can go. It is tall, it is massive, it is awesome. It's literally like one of the biggest things of these things. But just to simply get some stuff you need, you just gotta simply break the bottom and everything falls right from there. But before you want to do that, you also want to mine this thing out to get this. The coarse flour. This thing, you just plant it and it regrows more of these things. Also, another cool thing for transportation, you now have decorative rowboats. Oak, spruce, birch, jungle, acacia, and dark. And also, if you've noticed, the pressure plates look a little bit more flatter than they did before. Even though they look the same, the scale on the picture of it looks a little bit more flatter than they did before. But most of you probably like, that's just ridiculous. Why would you say that? It's stupid. And another thing I forgot to tell you about, if you didn't know this or not. Hang on. You take the coarse fruit and you furnace it, and this is how you get the coarse popped fruit. Popped coarse fruit. Whatever it's called. Popped coarse fruit. It's basically like making popcorn. That's literally what it is. Just basically making popcorn. But anyways, guys, that will be it for this kind of episode for a new show-off of the new update for the TU46. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like and just leave a like on the video. And if you're new here, just subscribe and push the little notification bell so you can get notified for more videos that I make. Anyway, this is your friend, the Creepy Wayne 88 here, signing off.